This is one of my favorites. Savoir Faire dedicates an episode to a color. And can you guess the color? It's blue. Now, blue has been an inspiration to lots of other people besides me. Monet took his inspiration from the still waters in which lily pads bloomed. George Gershwin, a Rhapsody in blue was his tune. Nick Manojlovic, setting a table in blue, it really works. So we're tableside and the perfect opportunity to set a blue table. You want to get started? I begin with this very attractive blue tablecloth, and you'll notice that I've had the tablecloth made so that it's very, very long. I want it to practically go to the floor. As I finish opening it, you'll see that this changes the look of the dining room. The walls seem somewhat less important, and the table starts to take a very important role. I know that you will love this china as much as I do. It's from England, and it's by a company called Grinley, but what's especially interesting is that this color is called petal lupin. So I want you to think of the beautiful lupin with those gorgeous blue petals. That's what inspired this china pattern, and you can see that it's really attractive with this table. Let me show you one other thing which I considered. I thought it might be nice to put a placemat down on top of these tables. Now, I could have used paper, but these cloth placemats look really nice. But feel free to experiment adding different materials or paper to your tablecloth. It could create an all-new look. Onto the china, my plates are beautiful, and they have a bit of a scalloped edge here. It gives one last little detail, especially when you're working with a solid colored china pattern. A little bit of detail on the plate sure adds a lot of character to this entertainment. Another attractive part of this china service are these soup plates, and they're especially important because my first course, ginger and blueberry soup, really, really nice in these bowls. One of my greatest pleasures in doing a table along the theme of one color is that you can find so many things which will work. Number one, of course, is the glassware, and this really impressed me. These bell glasses are hand-blown, but look at the beautiful bubbles that they've left during the process. I think it's very attractive, especially when you marry it with this cobalt blue glass, which we then marry with a bottle of blue water. Actually, the water's not blue, but the bottle sure is attractive. Now, you know me, I'm going to add one little detail to these glasses using my blue-handled scissors. I'm going to add an attractive bow, so I picked a really nice, very delicate gossamer ribbon, and I'm simply going to tie it on to the glass and then do a quick and very artistic little bow. So what I want to do is just do like this, and then a final little flourish of color. Again, it's all about giving your eyes all kinds of eye candy just to enjoy during the meal. I've got to do the rest of the glasses, but I also want to show you other interesting things. Trivets. These are great little things to protect your table, so you place them around just in case you've got a hot plate coming from the oven to your table. I picked these up for 25 cents. And I also got really attractive blue napkins. They've got a great paisley and pomegranate pattern on it. So I'm just going to grab them like this and put them through my blue napkin rings. These are blue flowers, and I think they're also very attractive. I like to poof up these napkins a little bit, then place it onto our soup plate, and I still have some cutlery to add to the table. I'm getting kind of sidetracked because I found some more service pieces I'm incorporating into this dinner. But let me finish off with the cutlery. I love this cutlery. I use it over and over again. It's a blue lucite-handled cutlery, and so the lucite makes it translucent. You can see through it. It's still that blue color, but boy, is it ever attractive on offsetting the glassware and the blue china and everything blue. Now look at the service pieces I've found. This is a really attractive blue plate, perfect for a blueberry pie. And this salad set, I'm going to do a nice salad in here with little condiment bowls and smaller salad bowls on the side, certainly does have some blue flower power. You know what? This table is starting to look amazing. In my quest to make everything fun and also innovative, we've come up with a really great idea for a centerpiece. Now, first things first, you will thank me, and you're welcome. This centerpiece is dirt cheap. Actually, the reason being it's made out of water. Now, the idea came to me one day. I was sitting on the couch and feeling kind of blue, and I noticed that I have an incredible amount of bud vases, this size. I did a party once, I had 10 different bud vases, and now they're assembled on the shelf. Then I remembered that I also had some taller vases. These ones came to me with a dozen roses from a friend. I then remembered that I had these vases. These vases were simple cylinders that were filled with a gift from a friend. Now, when you put them all together, I've got well over a dozen, and I thought it'll be so neat to assemble them because they're varying heights, all along the table. Then the wheels of creativity led me to the idea of filling them with blue things. Now, look what I've assembled. I have this shimmery blue. They're almost like flat beads, little pebbles. I also found these light blue crystals. Now, if I've got a little kid out there whose mother has stolen their marbles, forgive your mom, she's making a centerpiece. These are really attractive. Also, these pale kind of shimmery blue crystals, also flat glass pebbles, and finally, the clear crystals. As a kid, when I played marbles, I always used to win. I loved them. Now, I thought what we would do is add these different colored blue items into the vases, which will be filled with different colors of blue water. Is it starting to make sense? Let me demonstrate. I've taken one large container, and I begin by adding a few drops of blue food coloring. Now, of course, you wouldn't do this in your dining room so close to your spectacular table, but I wanted to show you firsthand how we make it. Now, each one will be different because you're going to add different quantities of the blue food coloring. So in goes the blue food coloring, add some water, and depending on how much color you want, just keep adding water. What do you think? I like that one just the way it is. Now, I also picked up these stir sticks. These are glass stirrers, so I can give the water a stir if I want. And then I thought, hey, you know what? That's a nice detail just sitting there. Now, I stayed away from adding white to the table because I liked the concept of blue. I have these very simple frosted votive holders in which I'm placing this kind of deep blue color and also this more light-colored blue candles. When you place them behind the different vessels, you'll see that they really add a sparkle to the table. Let me finish filling these up with the blue centerpiece, and then I'll show you exactly how the finished product looks. Now, as I light the last votive candle, you'll see that our table and the entire intention is starting to take shape. Now, watch as I place the last few cylinders around the votive candles. They really start to shine and cast a soft glow across the entire table. I have one more big vase right here, and I'll place this kind of central, just again, so that it gives a nice coloration when you look across the table. Look at the final touch as the menus. Now, I've detailed all of the great things I'm going to serve this evening, and I'm sure that my guests won't forget this meal. Now, overall, I'm still feeling blue and loving every minute of it.